It's EDH's current most popular commander, Eriette of the Charmed Apple. We're going to take it to the historic Brawl queues and see how it does. Let's go. That's right, Eriette of the Charmed Apple. This one was inspired by a viewer. This video is dedicated to you, Glenn. Glenn sent me an EDH Eriette list, and I tried to grab as many cards from there as I can that work on Arena. And I actually tried to build a Lurrus version, but if you use Lurrus, it will warn you can't, that you have no sideboard in Historic Brawl, and Lurrus won't work, and then it won't work. So, and I could have sworn that Lurrus worked in Brawl previously, Lurrus specifically. So, if you know anything about that, leave a comment. Anyways, so this is not a Lurrus deck, but we do have a lot of 1 and 2 drops. And then I did add a couple things like Murderous Rider, the One Ring, Hallowed Haunting, Archon of Sun's Grace, since we don't have to stay to permanents that are 2 mana or less. But we do want a lot of auras. Okay, what does Eriette do, in case you don't know? It's a 2/4 for 3 mana. Each creature that's enchanted by an aura you control can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. That's not as good as you think, because Eriette is a removal magnet. So you can't always want to put a nice aura on. It's better for multiplayer, let's just put it that way, like a goad thing or something. You can't really use it that way. But what you can do on Arena, you can do that in EDH, is the drain effect. So at the end, as long as Eriette can survive to an end step, you're going to drain and gain, which means we can do fun things like Griffinary, where we get 3 or more life. We create a 2/2 white Griffin creature token with flying, which I found basically generates us a 2/2 Griffin every turn. It's pretty easy to keep 3 auras on the battlefield and or have some other life gain in the deck. Because we have lifelinking creatures like Alseid of Life's Bounty, which can also protect Eriette. We got other stuff that protects Eriette, Brave the Element. A couple auras at 1 mana that are pseudo removal, Candle Trap, Clawing Torment, but otherwise, like Hateful Eidolon, Armor of Shadows to protect, Sky Tether is the other one. That's a good one to just slap on opponent's creatures. Giving it Defender means it can't attack, which is good for most creatures that we come up against. Otherwise, we're going to be buffing our creatures. We got Sentinel's Eye, Radiant Grace. We got Karametra's Blessing, which ends up being very nice in this deck. It's a 1 mana hexproof and indestructible spell most of the time for us. Stuff like Griff's Boon. Ethereal Armor, of course, is a must-have in the deck, along with its cousins, Machiko's Reign of Truth, which is going to give +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control. And where is it? All That Glitters. It was like the first one I put in, obviously. Or no, wait, we're just alphabetical. But anyways, so we're trying to do most of our enchantments as auras, but we do have some enchantments like this, Virtue of Persistence, that are non-aura, and that's okay. They won't trigger SRAM, which is going to draw us a card when we cast an aura, or Light Pause, which is going to put more auras into play, which is similar to drawing a card, or Spirit Dancer, which is going to draw us a card when we cast an aura. But that's okay, because we're going to get the bonuses. Ended up going with Killian Ink Duelist as one of the cost reducers for this deck, since we are targeting so many creatures with auras. Can also do fun things like General's Enforcer. Legendary humans you control have indestructible, so that's a good way to protect Eriette. And then there is a fun, where is it? Bonds of Faith. So this is pacifism on a non-human, but on Eriette it's a +2/+2, so that's kind of fun. It's a little bit flex depending on whether we need to be attacking with Eriette or some other human, or whether we need to shut down our opponent. A little bit of draw with Dawn of the New Age. What else can we show? Just Sajiri Shelters, protection plus a land. I did put in Beseech the Mirror. You have to run the One Ring in every deck as long as it's still legal. So enjoy doing that. We have some ramp here. Arcane Signet, Mind Stone. Mind Stone, of course, we can loop with Lurrus, which is nice. Lurrus is pretty good with a lot of our stuff. And then Ornithopter of Paradise can also wear auras in addition to helping ramp us. But 3 mana, we don't necessarily need to ramp too much. I think I ended up with how many lands? 35 lands, actual lands, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, I believe, of the MDFCs. So pretty good on that. Deck list, as usual, in the description. Stick around to the very end to find out how the deck performed stats-wise. I don't always show all the games, but I will give you the real win percentage of the deck at the end. So, thank you for joining me here in the attic. I've been Mana Dad, reminding you that Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Let's go play some matches. Eriette of the Charmed Apple up against the Gitrog monster.
Dip the apple in the brew. Let the sleeping death seep through. Have a bite!
Keeping this hand, we got good mana. A little bit of a weird, slow hand. Like no auras. But we get General's Enforcer on 2, which means we can play Eriette on 3. Hopefully the Enforcer will protect us from the Gitrog monster. There's an aura. Okay, well, or not. Go into the north, ramping. Should have sorts of plowshares in this deck. Think about putting that in there. Unfortunately, this doesn't give +1/+1. Otherwise, we could trigger the Griffinary. Gitrog monster already here. Of course, they have a sack land immediately. Kind of want to stop it from attacking. Is the thing. Do I put the Rune of Sustenance on it, or do I not? Does that make our lands enter? They tap, man. What a rude dude. Okay, Reprobation will be good on that. Hopefully, if they have removal, Armor of Shadows will stop it. Can't attack as long as Eriette's there. Samwise. The Thought sees us. Okay. Got the Reprobation, okay. It does shut down their commander. I think I'm just on the Teferi's protection plan here. I have to. They destroy that, sure. Sacrifice Samwise, okay. No blocks. Sure what they're trying to do here. We get a Sentinel's Eyes. And a Heliod. Attack you for 3. And you turn. We gain some life. Put it on Eriette. I think we just no block. We could block and make indestructible, but I'll just recast it. It's not that big a deal. Oh, and they give up. Whew. Wearing my vintage Alf hat from when I was a kid. I can't find my usual Lotus hat. I don't know what happened to it. My kids hid it somewhere. Ooh. Opponent goes first. Being able to curse Imoti is tempting. Plus we get the Mind Stone and we just hope to draw black at some point. Because Hallowed Haunting will be great if we draw any kind of color. It's a risky keep.
There should be no risk management. Study risk-taking, not risk management.
It's time to turn it up, game on. Risky business.
Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Well, I can let the Caryatid ride for one more turn, or I could just kill it. I think we want to ramp with the Hallowed Haunting. We'll let it ride. Maybe regret that, but they need to get up to 7 mana to cast Imoti. I feel like Imoti doesn't do a lot without Imoti. You're wrong about that. They also got no blue mana. We are drawing and hitting our land drops. That's very nice. Put Eidolon. Play to-do list. Play. We've got quite a board going. What you gonna do, Imoti? Doubling season. Gotta give him a nice for that. Is this the point where we kill the Caryatid? We wait another turn. We kill the Caryatid, these guys become 4/4s. Alright. Just slow them down a little bit. Now they got a doubling season out here. Oh, and they are not ready for it. Gonna charm some apples against Haktos. Haktos we could shut down. Well, they don't have removal for Eriette. Could be interesting. Could be quite interesting. It's a keepable hand. Reveal a plains. Look at that, a Snarl that came into play untapped. What are the chances? Gonna kill the Sentinel? Nope, they're just gonna Arcane Signet. Well, you gotta pay another mana or give me a card. There you go. They got their own Esper Sentinel. So cruel. Kill it. Can't really be having an Esper Sentinel sitting around. On account of having so many non-creature spells in our deck. Here comes Haktos. Maybe, possibly. I guess if they roll a 2 on Haktos, I don't know what we do. Maybe try to make Eriette big enough to block it. They're going for Fable of the Mirror Breaker. They're going to pay the tax. Eriette down. Tax. We do not get a drain yet because none of these are auras. It looks like they want to take out the Sentinel now. They discard Cold Steel Heart? How'd they? Oh, for the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Here comes Haktos. They hit 3. Perfect. Perfecto. Majecto. I'm going to make Sentinel bigger. We're going to put a reprobation on that. Wait a minute. Oh, from each mana value other than 3. Oh, right. Okay, that is a little bit trickier. We can block with Eriette, but now we're very weak. Removal of Eriette. Right, you can't. You gotta get rid of Eriette. And looks like they might be able to. Ossification. Okay. Gonna pay the 2. We get rid of Eriette. We can recast it next turn. I'm going to take some hits from Haktos in the meantime. Oh, and I ripped apart the Sentinel. Okay. Fury Shelter, where were ya? I need it. Riff and Airy, not super helpful. I guess they can still clone their 2/2. This Terrace can let them draw cards. Yeah, 2/2. Means they probably got a way to get rid of the Hateful Eidolon. They just really want that treasure. Haktos? Fun deck. Take 4. They do draw with the Minas Tirith. Play a tap land. Ooh, all that glitters. Okay, so if Eriette can survive one round here, Maybe I should have attacked there because I gained off of Eidolon. I would have made a 2-2. Doesn't look like Eriette survives here, though. Ah! Alright, we need to draw a 3-mana removal spell here. We're in deep doo-doo. A deep, deep doo-doo. Blood Mist. Target creature you control gains a double strike. Well, that will end this game very quickly. Oh, I guess they can't target Haktos, though. That's funny. They're going to take 10. So that's all that glitters on our lifelinker. And let's reprobation on this stupid thing. Shut that down. I think I'll decline, so keep the Sagiri Shelter alive. Gain 9. I think we just want to scry for lands. Or a 3-mana interaction spell. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of 3-mana based removal because we were Allura stacked before. Got a lot. We're really stacked at 1 and 2. It's just we've got the Murderous Rider basically. It's our only way out here. Yeah, your Blood Mist can target one of your guys that can't attack. We're going to be pumping out a Griffin every turn. I'm putting a thing on it. Farewell. Interesting. Exile all enchantments, exile all graveyards. Oh. Okay. Pretty good for them. Down to 1 card in hand, but so are we, I must say. Farewell really wrecks our deck. Crack this food. Okay, just drawing cards. Kaya's ghost form. Huh? Generating auras. I don't really want to. That guy also has. Vigilance. I guess they could have blocked there, but we had the Sagiri Shelter. But they're head on board. They're head in cards. It's not looking good for Eriette. Doing 6 unblockable every turn. They're actually going to let me kill their 2/2. Pyromancer, sure. Discard Anger of the Gods. Obviously, that doesn't work against Haktos on the current setting. Holy moly. That's a nice rip off the top. And we get a Temple of Silence, so we can scoop it up. Jhoira! Ageless Innovator. That's a different than the usual Jhoira, right? This is tap, put 2 Ingenuity counters, then you may put an artifact card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, where X is the number of Ingenuity counters. Okay. We can keep this. We might just get wrecked. You need to rip some lands off the top. I mean, Jhoira, we can reprobate Jhoira, and maybe that just gets a concede. That's a possibility. What is opponent doing?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
Possibly mulliganing for a combo. Possibly they just went to go take a bite. Let's watch our Apple animation again. Oh, it's not playing.
Dip the apple in the brew. Let the sleeping death seep through. Have a bite.
Have a bite, opponent. I can talk about the reason. So a lot of these auras are in the deck because they're in the classic like Lurrus Auras deck. We got a little bit of a Voltron thing going. Planar Disruption, probably. We need to find lands. Thank you very much. This is going to come into play tap unless we get a swamp, which we do. Let's curse you. Get that down before Jhoira, turn 2. Joyride. Take it easy. Do they play Jhoira here? Or do they like ramp Arcane Signet or something? Want some cool sleeves. Karn relaxing in the pool. Got their summertime avatar. Opponent is a thinker. Watch the rope animation.
You know what a hurry we're in!
Salty didn't like it much.
I do not suppose you could have split things up.
Salty?
Rub.
Do it! Salty. I am only waiting around to kill you.
Midnight Klizak. Ooh, Esper Sentinel could be good. Fortunately, we got black mana and all white cards here. Maybe we should have gotten down Eriette. See what they got in the hand. Don't really want to attack into the 0-1. They let us draw. Guess we'll just play Eriette. Am I holding up Wash Away? Why are they holding up the Mana Confluence? They want to tap the Tome of the Infinite, I guess. Conjuring up a lot of spells with Tome of the Infinite. They duress us. They let us draw. They're going to take out. I think they're looking to hit the Wither Crown. Guess because we could double spell with it. Please mine Tome. What is in the spellbook? They got Source of Plowshares, Light of Hope, Ponder, Force Spike, Dark Ritual, Duress, Lightning Bolt, Assault Strobe, Giant Growth, Fog. So yeah, they're looking to hit that Source of Plowshares for sure. That's what it is. We'll be able to double spell finally. Opponent, I call him slow opponent. Probably not going to be airing this game. I had an editor. It cut out all these parts where opponent takes forever. But right now, we're just waiting for the rope.
You know what a hurry we're in!
Salty didn't like it much.
I do not suppose you could have split things up.
Salty?
Do it! Salty. I am only waiting around to kill you.
My best meme video I've ever made. And our turn once again. Oh man, do we hold up for the Karamitra's Blessing? Possibly. We could curse swords to plowshares. Now we've got Karamitra's Blessing and Brave the Elements. Although we need to get a enchantment something. I think we're just going to name Jhoira. Ageless Innovator. The event we can never remove Jhoira. It's a slow game. What is there? They scry to the bottom. They just have like a handful of land. Like what's going on over there? Handful of expensive artifacts that they were counting on Jhoira to ramp into. Break the Elements does not protect against artifacts, most notably. Which was Blessing would. We need Eriette to be enchanted first. Gitaxius. Good card. At 14, we're at 32 though. What does this flip into? A saga, draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no maximum hand size. Return all non-Phyrexians to their owner's hand. Okay, so we do have to worry about that. I don't have the mana for it yet. No, they do. Jeez. Okay. Do we have any way to... I'm getting stuck on white mana here. Just Machiko. Okay, Eriette. Oh wait. No, that's not. Oh. Screwed that up. How much is this gonna? Holy, screwed that up. They let them block with Jhoira. I guess we do. I mistook that for all that glitters. That could cost us the game here. Cosmos Elixir. Do they let us draw? Cosmos Elixir. They're thinking hard about this decision. I don't think they can attack with I think Ataxi's here. They're gonna duress. Fine. We can take one of the protection spells. Actually got a plane coming down next turn. They took Karametra's Blessing. The Tome of the Infinite? No. Let's see what they get. There's Ward 2. And clock goes up to 9. Ooh, Angelic Gift is cool. Want to plus up the Esper Sentinel, or do we just want to hit for as much as we can with Eriette? We got something. This doesn't activate as a sorcery, so I guess that's Tome of the Infinite that's still hanging out there. Eriette flying. Draw a card. Pact of Negation. Stop the flying? Okay. Just gonna chump with Jingataxius here now? We're gonna drain him for a bunch. So they can flip, draw a ton of cards. They don't have too much mana to do with it, though. Opponent is definitely considering every move. Oh my goodness. Excruciating detail. Looks like this is going to be a 3-game video. I already had another game that went 30 minutes long.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
What's the poison apple animation again?
Dip the apple in the brew. Let the sleeping death seep through. Have a bite.
Pay for the pact. Forgot about that. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move the lips. Just a pact of negation. Are they going to just allow themselves to die? Put themselves out of their misery. No. They're looking to conjure a Swords of Plowshares right now. But they know we have Brave the Elements. So, what you gonna do, opponent? What are you going to do? Ginny attacks. And making use of every little bit of rope. Bunch of blue. Cosmo Kramer's Elixir. Midnight clock goes to 11. So when we get a SRAM. But I do get to gain 4 life off the Maze Mine. Okay. I think if I just Brave the Elements here, I can attack for 5. So I could get some more auras down. Do we draw a white mana? Force Spike. Okay. Pay with black mana. There, we do get a white mana. Thank you. Thank you so very much. A Radiant Grace. Brave the elements, protection from a blue. I'll attack a U. And then a drain. And finally we win. Oh my goodness. What a game. That shouldn't have taken 20 minutes. Okay, so stats 3 and 3. Ignore the 3 and 4 here. The version 1 with Dolores. The change, see. We were actually 2 and 3, but I decided to go and play, and then we hit Tucasia. So we just hit a bunch of these really stupid long games. One of which we won, 2 of which we lost, because one of these decks that draw a bajillion cards and play all the extra turn spells get going. You can't really come back, or you can if you're far enough ahead, but we weren't in those particular games. So that is Eriette. Thanks for joining me here in the attic. I've been Mana Dad reminding you that Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios. Now, watch some other videos.